Hello students, in a previous video we were discussing about the local government, and in that previous video we had discussed about the meaning of the local government and where the origin of the local government and in what phases it was developed. So these are the important aspects that already have been completed in a previous video, and a few topics of the like objectives of the local government were also covered. So the further will remaining topics will be covered in this video. Here it is given already. So what is the government, local government already we know, and other topics, the basic of the decentralization, this already we know, and the Karnataka Panchayat Raj Act, which was formed as per the 1993 Act. So these are the important topics already have been covered. Next one, this is the topic that actually we were discussing in a previous video. See here, what are the important objectives of the local government? So first of all, it will involve the local people in solving the local problems in their own locality. Next one, to provide the knowledge of the administration to the common people. The people will get the knowledge about how the administration in the local government is carried on. So this knowledge is transferred to the common people with the help of local government. Next, third one, to help the decentralization of the power and make the administration more effective and more efficient. So the decentralization, this is quite very important. If the power is distributed at the local level, then that can be called as a decentralization of power, and this objective can be met with the help of local government, and that is possible only when the local governments are introduced efficiently. And to train and develop the leadership qualities among the common people at the grassroots level. This is also one of the important objectives of the local government. And remember, these already have been discussed. These points already discussed in a previous video. But just let us have a quick recap. Next one, and another important objective to maintain and functions of the local government. This is the topic that actually we are supposed to discuss today. Now let us understand what are the important functions, what are the important powers of the local self-government. See, maintain and function the local self-government, that is to protect the panchayati property. So here some writing is missing. So that what is the first and foremost important work, the function which is expected to be performed by the local self-government, that it will protect the panchayati property. Okay, remember here the Grama Panchayat and Karyalaya, it is executive. So these are the whatever the property comes under the local self-government, that is protected by the local self-government. Next one, to prepare the annual budget of the local body. So annual budget, like already in previous video we had already discussed, like total income and expenditure, total assessment of income and expenditure of 1 year, that can be called as a budget, and that budget is also prepared by the local body, that is Grama Panchayat. Next one, to undertake the health and family welfare programs. So see, if there are various programs which are being implemented by central government and state government. So whenever these are implemented, and that can be done with the help of the local self-government, like family welfare, health related issues, and these are resolved by local self-government. Next one, and to plan and undertake the developmental work like laying up the roads, electrification, housing, supply of the drinking water. So these are the important facilities which are needed for the people. So these are undertaken by the local self-government. Suppose let us say in a local area, in a village area, the roads are constructed and maintained by the local self-government, and electricity will be made available in the rural areas, and housing, supply of the drinkable water. So these are made available by local self-government at the grassroots level. Next one, the pictures are very interesting. With the help of the picture one can understand very easily. Next, fifth one, to encourage and implement the primary, secondary, adult, even informal educational programs, so that education is base for the development, already we know. And especially earlier, if you go back for about 20 years, then education was not fully implemented in India. But especially after 1993, when this local self-government was made compulsory to be implemented, thereafter then the education was implemented. We can say that the primary education, secondary education, adult education means the people who left means who missed the education. So at their adulthood, at that time also the education can be provided. And informal educational programs. So informally the education will be provided, like the people who have crossed like 25 years and all, but they did not get the proper education at their early age. So because of few reason, then the education will be made available for all these people. So that is called informal educational programs and adult educational program. See here, it is very clearly one can understand. So these ladies already they are no more children, but they are getting education. So that, and this kind of education, it is a informal education. So that these people, they are not going to the school regularly, systematically with uniform and all. So that in certain place, then teachers they come, one or two teachers, and the people who are living in the village who are uneducated, so education will be provided. Means the local people will be made capable to read and write at least. And this is like adult education. So everyone who have crossed the limited age, like 25, more than 25, they can come and attend the classes. So this is adult education, and this is informal education. And these informal and adult education, primary, secondary education, these are available, made available to the local people. This is also one of the important function of the local self-government. Next, another important function which is expected to be done by local self-government, that is to maintain the cleanliness, means sanitization of the areas. So the sanitization, cleaning, so means sweeping the garbage, maintaining the cleanness on the both side of the road and all. So these important works are also done by local self-government. Next, seventh one, to prevent all sort of the pollution and provide the better health facilities to the people. So already we know that nowadays then there are many more pollutants, and these pollutants are prevented by the local bodies, and health related facilities also will be made available to the common people living at the village level, and this is done by local self-government. Next one, another important function of the local self-government to provide the facilities for distribution of the essential commodities like food grains, kerosene, and many other essential commodities. Next one, to ensure the prompt registration of the birth and death. So that birth, and whenever a child takes birth, and birth certificate will be provided by obviously at local level, local self-government. Even registration of the birth, registration of the death, so these are also done with the help of only local self-government. Next one, 10th function of the local self-government to encourage the agriculture, animal husbandry, khadi, and handicraft industries. So here in the picture you can understand very easily. So this is the agriculture, small industries. These are important work done by local self-government. Khadi, these are handicraft word. Next one, to undertake the programs for the conservation of the soil, water, and conservation of the forest. So these important works are also done by the local self-government. Remember, at the village level, the soil is protected, conservation of the soil and conservation of the water at village level, even forest, protecting the forest from being cut down. So these works are done by local self-government. Next one, here it is in picture, it is being very clearly one can see how the forest is being protected, how the conservation of the forest programs are being carried on. Next one, 12th work which is done by local government to execute the agriculture extension program to help the farmers. Next one, to plan and implement the welfare schemes for the benefit of the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, weaker section, women and children. So obviously we know that these sections in India, like SC, ST, weaker section means other, we can say OBC, okay, these are called weaker section, women and children. So these were not given facilities if we read the history of India. Now the various schemes are there, many programs and plans are also done so that these people can get the benefits. Here in the picture you can understand very clearly the children, the street light, even markets, and to collect the tax, fee and penalties. So that already we know that how the source of income comes from, where a source of income comes from, especially for small local government. So that is with the help of the tax, like income tax, expense, profit, loss, this. And next one, fees will be there. If there is any work being done, then the fees has to be paid. When penalties, if somebody is violating the rule of local self-government, then penalty will be imposed on them. So that the fees collected from the people, penalty imposed on the common people, even tax collected from the common local people, this will be formed as a source of income for local self-government. I am talking about the Grama Panchayat, Village Panchayat and Taluk Panchayat. And to identify the beneficiaries for the various and welfare programs of the government. So this is also one of the important work. And here it is given source of income. First of all, the amount collected through the water cess, health cess, education cess, library, reading room. So these are the important areas where the income is coming for the local self-government. Next one, the amount collected through the building tax, vacant land tax and tax on the business establishment, market, entertainment house, advertising bodies. Next one, third source of income for the local self-government. Whenever I say the local government, then you should understand Grama Panchayat, Taluk Panchayat and Jilla Panchayat. So these are called as a local government. And tax collected from the tourist spots. Next, and rental and lease amount collected on their properties. On their property means property of the all the Grama Panchayat, Taluk Panchayat and Jilla Panchayat. And the financial grants given from the central government and state government. Even every year the fixed amount of money will be given to the local self-government for the benefit of all the people living there, so that even grants will be made available. Next one, composition of the local governing bodies. So first of all, Grama Sabha. This is quite very important. So now here real understanding of our local self-government begins. First of all, we should understand so what the Grama Sabha is and what it consists. Let us understand. Grama Sabha is the primary unit of the rural local government. So whenever rural local government we is to identify, Grama Sabha is very important one. Now let's understand in the Grama Sabha who are all the members. A body that has all the voters of the village as its member is called Grama Sabha. Let us say one Grama is there, Grama in the sense that is village. All the people who are able to vote or who are able to vote in the sense that who have crossed the 18 years of the age, they will be member of the Grama Sabha. In one village, all the people, irrespective of their gender, men, women and all, if they have crossed the 18 years, if they are capable to vote, then all the members in the village, everyone in a village, they will be member of the Grama Sabha. Okay. Next one, Grama Sabha should meet at least twice in a year. If so, here it is the Grama Sabha Panchayati is running, and the people who are sitting, they are all the members of the Grama Sabha. In the sense, in another words, I can say these are all the members who have crossed the 18 years of the age and living in that village, and they will be obviously member of the Grama Sabha. And the meeting will be conducted, and what are the important problems that one village is having, those are discussed. So many things will be done. And Grama Sabha is called by the president of the Grama Panchayat. Remember here, Grama Panchayat is different and Grama Sabha is different. So this is a Grama Sabha and Grama Panchayat president, and they are elected with the help of all the voters, we can say. So the Grama Panchayat president, he will call the meeting of the Grama Sabha, and here the president of the Grama Panchayat and all the members, they are attending the meeting, and they are discussing about the various problems in a village. So these important works are done. Next one, here it is given, Grama Sabha is presided by either the president or vice president of the Grama Panchayat or any voter member of the Grama Sabha. See what they are saying, if once the Grama Sabha is conducted a meeting, at that time it can be presided over by Gram Panchayat president. If he is remaining absent, then vice president of the Gram Panchayat. Suppose if president of the Gram Panchayat, president of Gram Panchayat and vice president of the Gram Panchayat, if both they remain absent because of various reasons, then any member any member can preside the meeting. Now see Grama Panchayat. Grama Sabha is different and Grama Panchayat is different. Already I said Grama Sabha, the meeting will be conducted. In that meeting, everyone in a village, living in a village who have crossed 18 years of the age, they can attend the meeting. And in that, there is no election at all. Okay, there is no election. But in the case of Grama Panchayat, obviously election is conducted. Now let us understand what is meant by Grama Panchayat. See, the village or group of the village with the population between 5,000 to 7,000 from the Grama that will form the Grama Panchayat. What they are saying, suppose in one village nearly 5,000 people are living, or together if once two villages put together, then that will form nearly 5,000 people, and they can have one Grama Panchayat. Means every 5,000 to 7,000 population, they have to have one Grama Panchayat. So there is a rule. The population should be between 5,000 minimum and maximum 7,000. For this population, one Grama Panchayat has to be formed. If the population is crossing more than 7,000, but only one village, then two Grama Sabha will be created. Next one, the term of the Grama Panchayat is 5 years, and the term begins from the date of the first meeting of the Grama Panchayat. Now remember here, the election will be conducted for the Grama Panchayat, and in that Grama Panchayat election, and the people who are living in a village and cross the 18 years of the age, they can cast their vote, and one leader among themselves, they will stand for the election. And in this manner, election will be conducted very easily. And if once a person is elected, let us say these two people, they got elected, and remember, these are the member in one village, they are living in one village, and they were standing for the election, and they got elected by the people living in that village. And if once they got elected, they will remain in the office for about next 5 years. This is the rule, okay? And for next 5 years, they will be member of the Grama Panchayat. Next one, the regions of the Uttar Kannada, Dakshina Kannada and Malnad regions will form the Grama Panchayat only with the population of 2,000. But actually what we know, one Grama Panchayat can be created for the population between 7,000 maximum and not less than 5,000. So that minimum population should be 5,000, maximum population should be 7,000. For this population, one Gram Panchayat is created. But in the case of few districts like Uttar Kannada, Dakshina Kannada and Malnad region. So these are the important areas where the population in these areas are very less. But because of that reason, we cannot expect one Grama Panchayat for population between 5,000 to 7,000. So here one exception has been given. Certain changes have been made in the rule. One Grama Panchayat can be created for the population only 2,000. Only in these areas like Uttar Kannada, Dakshina Kannada and Malnad region. So these are the important areas. It lies in the western part of Karnataka, we can say. Okay. And one representation for every 400 voter is elected. Let us say all the people, they are standing in the queue to cast their vote. Here ballot system voting is there, so that one Grama Panchayat member is elected for every 400 voters. So if you are good in mathematics, you can understand. Let us divide 5,000 into 400. Divided by 4,000. So that how much just we can calculate. Okay. So nearly 50-60 voters, representative will be elected by the all 5,000 to 7,000 voters. Next one, as per the second amendment of the Grama Panchayat Act in the year 2000, then even recently 2019 also certain amendments have taken place, but they have not added. But they are talking about the amendment which took place in the year 2000. And Grama Panchayat member must have a toilet in his house. Remember here, if you want to stand for the election to become the member of the Grama Panchayat, certain qualifications are there. Certain requirement one has to fulfill before you stand for the election. So as per the 2000 Act of Grama Panchayat in Karnataka, if you want to stand for the election, then one should have a toilet at their respective place, that is house and all. This is the made mandatory. If you are not having the toilet, then you cannot stand for the election. This has been introduced so that we can maintain the sanitization. Okay, means we have to maintain the cleanness. Because of this system, we have introduced this one. Next one, all the members of the Gram Panchayat together elect the president and vice president for the term of the 30 months. Let us say in one Grama Panchayat, totally 40 members are elected by all the members living in the village who have crossed the 18 years. Now all these 40 members, they will be called as a Grama Panchayati member or member of the Grama Panchayati. And all these 40 members, they will elect one person as a president of the Grama Panchayat and another person as a vice president of the Grama Panchayat. And whenever the Grama Panchayat, they will call a meeting, then this meeting will be presided by the either president of the Grama Panchayat, or in his absence, then vice president will preside the meeting. So, and if once they are elected as a president of the Grama Panchayat and vice president of the Grama Panchayat, they will remain as a president of the Grama Panchayat and vice president of the Grama Panchayat for next 30 months. 30 months means obviously we should understand 2.5 years. Okay? And Grama Panchayat meeting must be held at least once in a 2 month, and means 6 time meeting has to be held in 1 year. Next one, minimum 1/3 member of the Gram Panchayat must be present to take the decision. So that meeting is being conducted, Gram Panchayat meeting is being conducted, and all the people who are sitting, they are all the Gram Panchayat member, and the president of the Gram Panchayat and vice president of the Grama Panchayat. Next one, the Panchayati Development Officer, that is PDO, is also executive head of the Grama Panchayat, and this PDO is sent from the government. State government will send the PDO, means Panchayati Developmental or Development Officer, and he is executive head of the Grama Panchayat. Elective head is different. The person who got elected by the people, they are called political head, but executive head is PDO, and that PDO is not elected. He is appointed by Government of Karnataka in Karnataka. Next one, the time to time training are also given to all the members of the Gram Panchayat. Next one, Taluk Panchayat. So this is very important, and about the Taluk Panchayat I will discuss in next video. Thank you all.